Right now, sitting in your garage or under your kitchen sink, there is probably a bottle, maybe two. A bottle you bought last spring or the spring before that. A bottle that promised to fix your aphid problem, your hornworm problem, your squash bug problem. And here's the thing, it probably worked for a little while. And then the bugs came back, so you bought another bottle. I want to tell you something that a $9 billion industry has spent decades making sure you never figure out. There is a community of 44,000 people, 300 miles from Manhattan, who have been growing food for over 300 years. No synthetic pesticides, not one bottle, not one spray. And their gardens don't just survive, they thrive. Stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you will never look at a pest problem the same way again. I'm talking about the Amish of Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And before you think this is just some feel-good story about simple living, I need to tell you about an 18-year-old kid named John Kempf. Because what he discovered is one of the most important breakthroughs in modern agriculture. And he figured it out with an 8th grade education, no internet, and a library card. John grew up on a fruit and vegetable farm in Northeast Ohio. His father wasn't just a farmer, he was the regional pesticide supplier. They were the family that tried every new chemical first. They were spraying more than almost anyone around them. And between 2002 and 2004, they lost 70% of their 4 primary crops, 3 years in a row, despite using every pesticide available to them. The plants were being eaten alive, and nothing in a bottle could stop it. Then something happened that changed everything. In 2004, the Kempf family rented a neighboring field, a field that had never been treated with pesticides. They planted cantaloupe across both fields, their treated land and this new untouched land. Same seed variety, same planting date, same fertilizer, same everything, at harvest time. On the Kempf family soil, the soil sprayed intensively for over a decade. 80% of the leaves were covered in powdery mildew. On the untreated field, 0 infection, not 5%, not 10%. 0. You could see a knife line straight down the middle of the field where the two soils met. Identical plants 2 feet apart, one destroyed, one perfectly healthy. John Kempf needed to know why. So this 18-year-old kid walked into his local library and started reading university textbooks. Biology, chemistry, plant physiology, agronomy. He ordered obscure research volumes from Germany and France. For 2 years he read, and what he found rewrote everything. Here is what John Kempf discovered. Plants have an immune system, not a metaphorical one. A literal, multi-layered immune system, much like we do. And here is the part that changes everything about how you think about bugs in your garden. Larval insects, caterpillars, hornworms, loopers, and sucking insects like aphids and whiteflies, they feed on soluble nitrates. They literally cannot digest complete proteins. Their digestive systems are too simple. So when a plant has the right mineral nutrition and converts all of its nitrogen into complete proteins, those insects land on it, try to feed. Get nothing they can use, and leave. The plant didn't kill them, it didn't repel them. It simply removed their food source at the cellular level. The pest starves. In the presence of abundance, the aphid lands on your tomato, tries to feed, finds nothing it can process, and flies away hungry. No spray, no trap, no intervention whatsoever. The plant defended itself by being too healthy to eat. And this shift can happen within 24 to 48 hours of the right minerals being available. Within 2 days, a plant can go from pest magnet to pest proof. Kempf founded a company in 2006. By 2024, it was advising farmers on over 4 million acres across North America. Cornell, Penn State, multiple European universities all confirmed it. The Amish knew this through 300 years of observation. The science just caught up. So here is where we get practical. Everything builds on this first foundation. Every spring, before you put a single transplant in the ground, spread 2 to 3 inches of well-aged compost across your garden beds. Work it into the top 4 to 6 inches of soil. If you can get compost that includes aged horse or cow manure, even better. The Amish don't buy bags of synthetic fertilizer. They build soil. Compost. Cover crops, animal manure on the same plots of land. For generations, weak soil grows weak plants. And weak plants are a dinner invitation for every pest in your zip code. Now, companion planting. Most American gardens are planted in neat, single-crop rows, tomatoes here, beans there. Squash way over on that side, it looks organized, but to a pest. A long row of one crop is a highway with neon signs and no speed limit. The Amish mix everything up on purpose. They plant aromatic herbs and flowers directly among their vegetables, because most garden pests find their target by smell. Surround those plants with strong-smelling companions, and you create what entomologists call olfactory confusion. The pest literally cannot find your tomatoes, because the basil and the marigolds and the dill are drowning out the signal. For every 3 to 4 tomato plants, tuck in one basil plant 8 to 10 inches away. Between rows of cabbage or kale, plant dill or cilantro every 12 to 14 inches. Around the border of your beds, French marigolds, spaced 10 to 12 inches apart. Now, beneficial insects. A healthy garden is not a garden with no insects. A healthy garden is one with the right insects. A single ladybug eats up to 50 aphids per day. One lacewing larva consumes 200 aphids in its lifetime. Parasitic wasps lay their eggs inside hornworms, killing them from the inside out. Plant a 2-foot-wide insect strip along one border of your garden, sweet alyssum at the front, yarrow and dill behind it, fennel at the back, and leave small areas intentionally wild, a patch of clover. An unmowed strip along the fence, a pile of stones. These are not signs of laziness, they are habitat. This next habit feels the most old-fashioned, and that is precisely why it works better than anything in a bottle. Every Amish gardener I've spoken with talks about the morning walk like it's as natural as breakfast. Every morning, 15 to 20 minutes. Bring a small bucket half filled with water and a squirt of dish soap. Turn over leaves, check undersides, run your eyes along every stem. When you find a pest, pick it off. Drop it in the bucket. Most catastrophic pest damage doesn't happen because of 1 or 2 bugs. It happens because a small population was allowed to explode unchecked. 2 hornworms on Monday becomes 0 hornworms on Monday, instead of 20 by Friday. The morning walk catches problems while they are still just problems, not disasters. Now, trap cropping. Instead of trying to keep pests away from your garden entirely, you invite them in on purpose, and then send them to the wrong address. Nasturtiums are the classic example. Aphids are wildly attracted to nasturtiums, far more than to your beans or peppers. Plant them in a ring around the outside of your garden. The aphids will cluster there and largely leave your main crops alone. Then leave them. Let the ladybugs and lacewings come and feast. You arranged living things in a pattern, and the pest problem solved itself. That is not just gardening. That is engineering an ecosystem. And when pest pressure gets heavy, here is the kitchen spray. 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, 2 hot peppers, chop them. Add to 1 quart of warm water. Steep overnight at least 12 hours. Strain into a spray bottle. Add 1 teaspoon of plain dish soap. Spray on affected plants. Focus on undersides of leaves. Apply in early morning or late evening. 1 application lasts 5 to 7 days. Reapply after rain. It deters pests. It makes your plants smell and taste unpleasant. So they move on to easier targets. It's part of a system, not a standalone product. The Amish know it takes a system. Now, I promised you this at the beginning, and I want you to understand why this made me feel genuinely foolish for 30 years. When the Amish transplant young seedlings in spring, they place a collar around the base of each plant, 1 inch into the soil, 2 inches above the surface. What do they use? Old toilet paper rolls. That is it. That is the whole technique. Cutworms crawl along the soil surface at night and chew clean through young stems. Most gardeners don't even know cutworms are the reason they lose seedlings. You just wake up to a toppled plant in the morning. The cardboard collar stops them completely. They cannot climb over it. They cannot chew through it. And here is the part that is elegantly perfect. The cardboard breaks down naturally over 4 to 6 weeks. That is precisely the window it takes for the plant stem to harden, to the point cutworms can no longer bite through it. The protection arrives when the plant needs it most, and dissolves when the plant no longer needs it. No plastic, no waste, no chemicals, no purchase. Just a piece of cardboard. Before I started using these, I lost 5 to 8 transplants every single spring. Since the collars, almost none. Total cost across 3 seasons, $0. There is a German word that runs through every aspect of Amish life: Gelassenheit. It means yielding to the natural order, trusting that the system has a balance built into it. It is not passivity, it is partnership. The Amish don't fight nature, they set the table and let nature eat. Build your soil every year. Plant companions that confuse pests. Create habitat for the insects that work while you sleep. Walk your garden every morning. Use trap crops. Mix a kitchen spray when you need it. And put a toilet paper roll around every seedling this spring. The Amish have been doing this for 3 centuries. The science now confirms exactly why it works. The only thing missing is you trying it. Drop a comment and tell me what you're going to try first. I read every single one, and if you want more deep dives like this, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.